Welcome back, League. We're here for the buy or sell options for Week 7. I am the Commish, and I'm vacationing here in my Atlanta home. With me today, you know him better as the guy who has a temper worse than the entire McAlvin family, the Fantasy Commodore, Jared Edwards.
Hey, guys!
Also with me today is the man, the myth, the legend, Matthew Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all know these guys pretty well, but we're going to jump straight into it because these videos can't be too long. My first buy or sell option here is Bill gets 4 wins this year. Jared, what do you think about that?
I'm going to buy this. I think anytime you got Matt Stafford and Calvin on the same team, there's a chance that any week they can hook up for a couple of touchdowns. And with the sleeper like Randall Cobb, the next Percy Harvin, I believe, I got to believe he's going to get 4 wins.
Matt, your rebuttal?
Oh, I'm going to sell this all the way. Nobody finishes in the top 10 for him except Calvin Johnson as a running back or a wide receiver. Jennings isn't having a good year. You have pedestrian running backs. The only way he will get 4 wins is if Matt throws 3 touchdowns to Calvin every week, and that's not happening. So I'm selling that one.
Matt, I'm going to agree with you here on that one. I'm definitely selling that. Bill's team has been plagued by injury all year long. He's 1-5. He had a real good week last week, but you can't see that being a staple of his team. I'm going to sell that one as well. Next, we got Colby Blackburn finishes under 500 for the year. Matt, we'll go to you first.
Oh, well, I was in a fantasy baseball league with him one time, and he picked Mariano Rivera with a 3rd pick. So anytime you do something stupid like that, I don't trust you in any fantasy sport. Basically, Drew Brees has to Sandusky people for Colby to get a win because Percy gets no kick return yards or touchdowns here. And then as D'Angelo as a second back, I don't think that's a very solid team. So I'm going to buy that one.
Jared, you?
I'm going to do the opposite of Matt, and I'm going to sell this. I think anytime you have Drew Brees, he can put up Aaron Rodgers-like numbers and give you up to 20, 25, 30 points a game. And with Percy Harvin coming out of the backfield and the short passes, I think you got to, I don't know, shoot, stop it.
All right.
Good.
Blackburn, I'm going to say you finish over. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to say you finish over or sell this. I'm going to say you finish over 500, man. You've had a little bit of luck. You're catching people on their bad weeks. You're 8th in points. I don't see that helping you out in any case. But to make the playoffs, you're going to have to get about 8 or 9 wins. But over 500, it's likely.
Steven Jackson sucks, too.
Yeah, of course. Next, we got the fantasy intern ask. One of the 2 or 4 teams makes the playoffs. Jared, what you got here?
I'm going to buy this. I'm going to say 2 teams out of 2 and 4 make the playoffs, which are Garrett and Jordan. I think Bryce misses the playoffs because he's not starting RG3 every week. That blows my mind. And Colby Blackburn misses it just because of the reason we said that he would only finish 500 on the year.
Matt, your rebuttal?
I'm buying 2. I'm saying that 2 teams as well. I think that Garrett makes it. You have Rodgers, and he can put. Now I think he's turning it on. I think Graham will have a big second half as well. So I think Garrett makes it, and I also think that Hogan makes it. I'm loving Reggie Wayne as a 2 receiver because Luck's giving him targets galore. I think McCoy turns it on in the second half, and so will Antonio Gates. Ridley has to do well for him, but I think that Garrett and Hogan will both make the playoffs at 2 and 4.
Matt, I've got to agree with you on that one, especially Garrett. He's 3rd in points. He's got a great team. He's really had some bad luck recently, but I see that turning around. Hogan also, I like your thinking there. Great team. He's going to make a run at it, but I'm not sure if he gets in. But we'll see. All right, next question. The defending champion, Matt Van Sant, misses the playoffs. Matt, what you got on this one?
Just like his tennis game, I think his fantasy team will let him down once again. He has no flex, and I'm not buying Bo this year, Dwayne Bowe, to turning it on. He just has an average D. So you may be the defending champ, but you're not making the playoffs this year, buddy.
Jared?
I'm going to have to agree with my partner, Matt Brooks, over here. I am also going to buy this. With the struggling Cam Newton, MJD, in a weak flex position of what Matt said with Bo, and then Michael Bush, I just don't see him making the playoffs.
Guys, I'm going to agree with y'all on this one as well for a different reason. I said it earlier in the year, Trent Richardson doesn't have a good year. Although he started off well, I'm saying he's going to finish slow, and no one can help the Browns this year. Finally, for the buy or sell this week, we got the Bradshaw for Wallace and Turner trade. Helps Hogan out more in the long run than Garrett. Jared?
I'm selling this all the way. You got Michael Turner getting the goal carries, and with Mike Wallace in the deep threat at any point and any time in the game, that just equals touchdowns. I'm selling it.
Matt?
First off, I'm a little disappointed that I'm not in this league. I think y'all are scared of me, and that's why y'all aren't letting me in. But the second part, I'm buying this. I'm all for getting a great player for 2 average players. I'm not saying they're average, but Antonio Brown is really cutting into Mike Wallace's targets, and Turner is old as dump, and the Falcons really aren't running the ball much with the goal line. Sorry, we're all watching the Florida-South Carolina game as we're talking this. But I'm buying. I think that Bradshaw is the better of the two, and I'm all for having the better player in a fantasy trade.
Matt, I couldn't disagree with you more there, buddy. Bradshaw, I'm not gonna see him having the production he's had these last 2 weeks. He's a great running back, but he's always got something. This year it's his foot. Last year it was his calf. I just don't see him holding up, especially with a talented Andre Brown right behind him. You can't see him putting up a lot of production. I'm not expecting a lot out of Mike Turner either, but like Jared said, Mike Wallace is a deep threat at any point in the game. This one turns out better for Garrett. So thank you guys tuning in for the buy or sell options here in Week 7. I want to thank my colleagues here for joining me. You guys asked me to put some other guys on here, so there they are. Necktie and all. I'm out.